Hello, I'm Laura McHarrie, The Hidden Edge, with another tea break tip on how to use business models and tools to help you run your growing business. Today we're looking at how to manage people, or at least people's performance. And this is really useful to consider what it is that we are doing as owner managers and the managers within our business to ensure that we get the most from the most expensive resource, or one of the most expensive resources that we employ. So let's have a look at the big picture first. Effective motivational programs can not only, but must focus on increasing both satisfaction and productivity in the business. And if we have a look at this model, which was done by Levering, Moscovich and Catch in 1984, we can see that we have an emphasis on performance and an emphasis on satisfaction. A high emphasis on satisfaction with a low emphasis on performance represents an irresponsible view of the role of management. Managers have the job of making their organisations run effectively, and measuring individual performance is part of that job. Managers who emphasise satisfaction to the exclusion of performance will be seen as nice people, but their management style undermines the respect of the subordinates. It is easy to imagine that an organisational climate that is so focused to the goal of satisfaction that management becomes dominated by the needs of employees, and the resulting club-like atmosphere hinders good performance for the business. A strong emphasis on performance to the exclusion of satisfaction is equally ineffective. This time, instead of indulging, the manager is imposing his or her will. There is little concern for how the employees feel about their jobs. The boss gives the orders and the employees must follow them. Employees who feel exploited are unhappy employees, and they have three strategies open to them: get out, get safe, or get even. Neither of these are satisfactory outcomes for the organisation. While exploitation may increase productivity in the short run, its long-term effects generally decrease productivity through the increased absenteeism, employee turnover, and sometimes sabotage and violence. When managers emphasise neither satisfaction nor performance, they are ignoring their responsibilities. There is no real leadership in the sense that employees are given neither priorities nor direction. Paralysed between what they consider to be mutually exclusive options of emphasising performance or satisfaction, managers choose neither. The resulting neglect, if allowed to continue, may result in the failure of the unit for which the manager has responsibility. So an integrated approach is the one that we want to aspire to. It emphasises performance and satisfaction in balance. Instead of accepting the conventional wisdom that says competing forces cancel each other out, enterprising managers capitalise on the tension between the combined elements and forge new approaches. This does not mean, however, that both objectives can be fully satisfied at any one time. Some trade-offs have to occur naturally in certain situations, but in the long run, both should be given equal consideration. The integrated view of motivation proposes that while sustaining employee morale is important, it should not overshadow management's responsibilities to hold people accountable for results. Managers should avoid the twin traps of working to engender high employee morale for its own sake, for pushing for short-term results at the expense of long-term commitment. So, well, that's all very well, but how do we actually make this happen? Well, In reality, we have numerous ways, 5 in actual fact, just through performance meetings. And these are the formal ways of talking about the issues that are currently the performance issues and the motivational issues of people. And in the direction by interviewer, the more control aspect, the disciplinary interview or the disciplinary meetings are where the interviewer, the manager, has much more control. And in this particular interview or meeting, we'll have tight closed questionings in order to get to the bottom of an issue. Lots of high levels of preparation before the interview needs to take place. And the input from the interviewee will be controlled. Not inhibited, but nevertheless, it will be the control of the meeting itself is very much the manager's responsibility. In a selection interview or meeting, there's a high level of preparation by the interviewer again. Many more open questions, but equal participation by the interviewee. And the interviewee has control of information gathering. In an appraisal, there is high level of preparation before the interview takes place. It's predominantly controlled by the interviewer, but there's equal participation on both parties. Many more open questions and a lot of active listening. In a grievance meeting, the manager has less preparation time open to them. However, as much as can be sought should be. Light but firm control by the interviewer is important, and lots of open questions to get to the bottom of what is causing a grievance. And then a counselling meeting. This will be something where the control is much more in the hands of the interviewee. The emphasis for the manager is on listening and open up with lots of questions to get the information from the employee as possible. So we have formal ways of gathering information, but nevertheless that doesn't stop us looking at the informal ways, and basic observation is really important. Listening to what's going on in the workplace, really important, and generally talking to your employees about what's going well, what isn't going well, and how you as a manager can do something to support them. So there you have a simple explanation of how to manage your people performance. Have a go. You can download the templates from the Hidden Edge website. Do share your stories there too. I'm building a portfolio of small business case studies and would love to include examples of what has worked well for you in the past. Okay, so that's it from me today. Until next time, enjoy your tea.